Good evening, YouTubers. My name is Machine King, and I have been going for some time now. It's been about 7 months since I made my last video. I've uploaded a burn deck earlier this afternoon, so go check that out. It's a pretty cool deck. But today I'm going to be doing some Kozmo stuff. I love Kozmos. It's one of my favorite, actually is one of my favorite decks. It can be a little complicated, so I'm going to go over a little bit how it works, because I know when I was trying to first learn Kozmos, it was a pain in the ass because people were just doing stuff, and I was like, how in the hell did you do that? But I'm going to get into build, talk about a couple combos that I do. But then other than that, I mean, I just happy to be back, YouTube. I got some other builds I want to do. I'm going to be pretty honest. I think the next build I'm going to do is either going to be probably ABC. I have another build I'm going to do. I don't know. I have an idea what it's going to be, but ABC is probably going to be the next deck. But I really want to do Kozmos. I did the burn deck earlier. That's a fun rogue deck I do. But this is Kozmos. It's my favorite deck by far because of my family. My brother-in-law loves Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and my fiance loves The Wizard of Oz. So put the two together, and you have a badass deck and a heart full of joy. So, without further ado, let's get into this deck. I love this deck. Alright, so when we first get into it, monster lineup. 3 Tin Can. Tin Can is one of the most boss monsters in the deck. It's a pilot, so how Kozmo runs, if you have your smaller pilot cards like Tin Can that you use to pitch to summon the ships from your hand, then when your ships get destroyed by battle or card effect and go to the grave, then you can banish those cards in order to summon your little guys out. So it's just a big chain rotation of everything. Tin Can's a staple, has to be at 3. He's really good. At the end phase, you pay 500 life points, get 3 cards, shuffle them up. Your opponent picks 1, that card goes to your hand, the other 2 go to the grave. Remember, this is at the end phase, so even during your opponent's turn, you can activate this effect if it's on the field. Don't make the same mistake I did, because that was crazy, and that's why Kozmos are so good. 2 Farm Girl. Farm Girl is used for OTKs. I love Farm Girl. I had her at 3, but I cut her to 2 because I wanted to add some other stuff, a couple one-ofs. But she's good at 2. You just pay 500 life points once you inflict damage to your opponent, and then you can add a Kozmo card from your deck to your hand. So I mean, it's crazy. So what you can do is just chains. I mean, you can go and attack, do damage, add a card, plop her out for like a ship, attack again. Like, I mean, it's crazy. So we're on 2 Farm Girl, 2 Strawman. He's pretty cool. I actually was stupid, and at one point I didn't run any. But yeah. But now I run 2. He's awesome. Just use your banish cards, pay 500 life points, you get a banish card back to the field, and then you can either go into use her to pop her for some ships. You can use him to pop into some ships. I mean, use this for a tribute summon. Doesn't really matter. But I mean, just being able to get your banish cards back is pretty sweet. Alright, now for the one-ofs. I run 1 Wicked Witch. She's a dark. I was running Sword Trooper, but I like the fact that she's a rank, or not a rank, but a level 4. If I'm going to pay 1,000 life points, I was going to bring one back from the grave with Sword Trooper, but I just found her effect so much more defensive. Pay 1,000 life points, you can't really destroy by anything for that turn. So that's awesome. Dark Lady. Dark Lady's one of the boss monsters in this deck. The main extra deck monster you want is Cyber Dragon Infinity. Pairing her with Infinity is crazy. Makes for insane combos and insane negation. And now for ships, I run 3 Slip. Special summon him, you get to pop a back row. Obviously, rank 5 or level 5 machine, you get to go into Infinity. 1 Landwalker, just for protection. I could have Farm Girl out for Landwalker. I'm still not really decided. I like his effect, but I mean, it's been running okay. Shuttle, I absolutely love Shuttle. It's another rank. It's another level 5 machine. To pair with Slip Rider to go out and get Infinity. Plus, you can send a Kozmo card from your deck to the grave, and a monster on the field loses attack equal to the number of stars of that monster sent. Dark Clipster. Clipster can't be targeted by trap cards. He's awesome. Sadly, Destroyer's at 1, or I'd run 3 of these. Destroyer is awesome. You special summon him, get to pop a monster on the field. Can't be targeted by anything. All your big ships can't be targeted, so that's a huge advantage. Forerunner, just because your deck makes you pay so many life points. I was running 2, cut 1 for an Eclipser. But I love the switch. Just during your standby phase, you get 1,000 life points. Then I run 2 Kaijus. The main thing that I do is mainly 1 Kaijus or boss as hell, because I can get over a lot of shit. Second one, I use a combo of Forerunner. So if you kaiju your opponent's monster and you can special summon a Forerunner somehow, you can make them crash into each other, and then you can still pop his effect to get a pilot. And then hand traps, just 2 Ghost Ogre. You can use her effect to knock out your own Kozmo Town to get a card, or you can use it for other reasons, for effects and that kind of stuff. I mean, just Ghost Ogre hand traps in this that are insane. Going into magics, triple Kozmo Town. Play Kozmo Town. Once per turn, you can show a Kozmo card in your hand. You can, or however many is in your hand, and you can shuffle that in your deck and then draw that many cards that you showed. Then you can target a banished Kozmo monster, add that monster to your hand, and you lose life points equal to that monster's level. Kozmo Town is a must. I run 3 Allure of Darkness. That's why I mainly run the Radiant Kaiju for that self-destruct play. And a lot of my pilots and ships are dark. It doesn't matter if you banish, because there's so many ways to get your monsters back after you banish. So it's pretty much free 2 cards and a monster to your banish zone. 1 Ofs, 1 Dark Hole, 1 E-Telly. I need to get my extra deck a little bit better. I want to add a Black Rose Dragon, because I kind of forgot that Ghost Ogre was Psychic. So I want to be able to add a Black Rose in here in order to get some self-destruct going on. But you can also use that to get a tin can. Reasoning, just because every monster in the deck is pretty much a different level, the odds of them calling it are slim. You get a free summon. One of the newer cards that came out, and I love it. I was running set rotation with a Seal Void Calcos, and it works. However, if you draw the seal, it's a dead draw, and I just hate having dead draws in this deck. I want to have cards in my hand that I can help me win at OTK at all possible times. Arrival Rivals does that. During the battle phase, you can normal summon a monster from your hands. I mean, even a destroyer, anything. So I mean, it's a real good effect. Helps with ODKs, especially if you summon a destroyer. You have its effect to pop and destroy. I was running 2, but it got a little bricky. I actually took out the second one and want to run Monarch Stormfront. I like being able. It doesn't necessarily target your opponent's monster. It just says that you contribute your opponent's monster. So if you have a Slip Rider or one of your level 5s in your hand, you can activate Stormfront and use one of their boss monsters to pretty much get you an Infinity. Or at least a level 5. Trap lineup, 3 Call of the Haunted. I mean, everything gets destroyed and put in the grave. I mean, it's crazy. Get your monsters back, and you can use it to get Slip Rider's effect back for another pop, and Dark Destroyer's effect back for another pop. Cosmojo's broken as hell. Target one of your Cosmo monsters, destroy them, and then you banish a card on your opponent's field or in the grave. I run 2D barrier. That's why I was running the set rotation with seal. But then I found out if I had that combo on the field, the D barriers didn't matter. So I figure if I can at least lock my opponent out for a turn, I'll go ahead and do it with the D barriers. Just because it could be a boss monster coming out, so you guys don't know. I play 1 strike. I was running a solemn, a warning, and a strike, and at one point I even threw in 1 more strike to play 2. But with all the life point damage you take from your monsters and bringing stuff back, it's a little hard. So that's why I just run 1. Then last one of is back to the front. I was running Oasis of Dragon Souls because it's continuous. That's what got me. This is just pop it. You get special summon your monster back from defense position, and you're good to go. I was running 2, but again, felt bricky. Going with the extra deck. Your boss card, Infinity. That's the main thing you want to get on the field. The negation's crazy because you don't really need the extra deck to win. That's what's great in this format, is you can win this deck by itself. You can win with. There's been times I actually forgot that I had an extra deck. But Infinity is the boss card that you want to go into. And of course, to get into Infinity, you want to run Nova. I run 2 Nova. And then I run the Cyber End Dragon for the target of Nova. I run a Nightmare Shark. I think I might end up cutting this out for a Black Rose Dragon. I just never go into it, and with E-Telly, it just makes a lot more sense to use Black Rose rather than this. I don't think there's anything I'd rather take out. Maybe a Leviar. But for right now, I'm running it. Volcasaurus. Volcasaurus is a good card. One of the more staple rank 5s, in my opinion. Durendal, apologies. Durendal's just awesome. It helps you with that brick hand. You can just go, summon it, and get your hand out, draw some more cards. But again, the only thing I've ever really made in this deck is Heartland Draco and Infinity. Speaking of the devil, Heartland Draco. Same thing as a Nightmare Shark, just rank 4. Detach and attack directly. Helps get over that boss monster, boss defense your opponent might have. Leviar. Leviar is a good card because we banish so much stuff. I don't know if I'd get rid of this or Nightmare Shark. Probably Nightmare Shark, just for the sole fact we can revive stuff with this. Rank 5, Pleiades. Enough said. Pleiades is a staple rank 5. He's good. Gets over because you can return it to the hand instead of destroying. As for more boss XZ cards, Big Eye for the bigger ships in case I ever need to go in anything. Get over boss monster. Thunder Champion just for some piercing damage in case he has any defensive monsters down. And then lastly, I run 1 Break Sword. Just because it's pretty much a kamikaze card. It's kind of like Diamond Direwolf. I've debated about taking this out as well, so I don't know if I'm going to take one out to run maybe a synchro or 2. I kind of want to run. I think I'm going to debate about taking out Break Sword or Nightmare Shark. I could very well take these 2 cards out, end up running a Black Rose, a Fairy Dragon, just because of that. Pure situational, but it helps. But that's my deck. That's the list. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I absolutely love machines and love Kozmo, and I love Kozmo because machines are part of it. I have that burn deck picture. I have an old Cyber Dragon video. You're more than welcome to watch, but it's definitely outdated. I have another Cyber Dragon deck. I'm going to try to get it uploaded maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Depends how work goes. But that will be updated. ABC is probably going to be one of the next cards that I update. And then I also have two more decks that I'm gonna end up putting up here. I only run about 5 or 6 decks. Yeah, I know, right? Only 5 or 6. But I at least want to put those up, and yeah, I just want to at least put those up so that way I have all my decks up on YouTube. Hit that like button, subscribe if you like. I'd love some feedback from everybody, what y'all think of the deck, if you've tried the deck, what you like, what you don't like. But just be honest with me, I found this tested very well. But if anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to comment. I'll help you out the best I can, especially if you're new to Cosmos. I'd be happy to help you out, try to get you in the swing of things. But other than that, this is Machine King, and I am out.